and ever since my first prayer. This deity won't leave me the hell alone. It reminds me of Sunday school of that wood elf. You remember her? I mean, you understand, right? You're a paladin.
Hey, Wolf. How you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. Just going on with my day, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that I missed you earlier this morning.
Yeah, well, we were talking pretty late into the night last night, so it'll probably be okay today.
Well, I just want you to know that I'm super happy that you prayed to me the other day, and I think we're gonna make a great team, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I do too.
And I came all the way down to
Yeah.
finally meet her, and I was a little
I'll take one of those.
She didn't end up showing up and told me that because her cat died or something like that.
Yeah, one of those.
I believed it because who would want to date a gun? I told him, open up your eyes a little next time. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. You should see the look he gave me, and actually that reminds me of the time when it didn't make sense. It's like, how can I listen to a guy who can't even...
Welcome back for another class guide video. In today's video, we'll be talking about a class that is imbued with divine magic, the Cleric. If you like the idea of embodying the handiwork of your chosen deity, healing and slaying your foes in praise of your lord with the power of the divine bestowed upon you, the Cleric might be the class for you. I'm going to go over the Cleric's general class features, what racial choices go well with the Cleric, your Cleric's spellcasting and spells, and of course your choice of a divine domain, which will be your Cleric's subclass. As always, keep in mind we have not seen the full version of the Cleric in Baldur's Gate 3 yet, so some things are subject to change, but this video should serve as a solid foundation for understanding what this class is all about. And for those of you who've been paying attention, you would have noticed that Shadowheart, the origin character, is actually a trickery domain Cleric. If you guys end up enjoying this video, please subscribe. There's much more Baldur's Gate 3 content on the way. I've already done almost all of the other class guides, so head into the channel and check those out if you're interested. Links to my Twitter and my Discord server will be below. Let's get right into it. Clerics are conduits of divine power, manifesting it with miraculous effect. If you are one who has chosen to fulfill a higher calling, the power of the gods may flow from you and into the world. Your devotion and intuitive sense of your deity's wishes is what grants you the ability to cast these divine spells, and you may gain your knowledge and learn from formulaic prayers and ancient rites. Healing and inspiring your allies are natural cleric duties, but dealing death to your foes with curses, plagues, and fire from the heavens, and even melee combat should not be overlooked. Whichever path you choose, the power of the gods will be by your side. A cleric's classic role in a party is to ensure the survival of that party through their variety of support and healing spells, but they can also be deadly damage dealers with their powerful damage-based spells, as well as frontline melee combatants holding enemies back. The cleric can assume a lot of different roles for a party, for they have a variety of spells to choose from each day, and they also offer the most subclass choices out of any other class in the game. Let's talk about what ability scores you might want to invest into with the Cleric, and then we'll get into what racial choices go best with this class. As a Cleric, your spellcasting ability is Wisdom, so this should be the ability that you give special attention to. Your Wisdom modifier will play a role in your spell save DC and your spell attack modifier. Constitution is also commonly one of the primary ability scores to invest into, for not only does it help boost your HP, it will also help your Cleric hold their concentration for spells that require concentration, and there's quite a few of those. The boost in HP from a higher Constitution modifier is also very helpful for the Cleric, for traditionally the Cleric is the last party member you would want going down in combat. You might invest into Strength if you plan on playing a heavy armor wearing Cleric, but if that's not the route you're going, you might instead invest some points into Dexterity, for that will help with your light and medium armor class number. Charisma and Intelligence will be more of a role-playing choice for you, and you may invest into one over the other depending on which subclass choice you choose for the Cleric. Dwarves make an excellent choice for clerics, for they give you a +2 to Constitution, and if you choose the subrace of the Hill Dwarf, you also get that much appreciated +1 to Wisdom. Dwarves are a tough race and offer nice racial features that go well with this class. And they also make a lot of sense from a lore standpoint, for dwarves tend to place great faith in their chosen god. Elves can be a great choice, for you get a +2 to Dexterity, and as a wood elf you also gain a +1 to Wisdom. Playing as a drow cleric in service to the evil goddess Lolth also sounds pretty cool. Humans are always a solid choice, especially if the game offers the variant human, for you'll be able to gain a +1 to 2 ability scores of your choice, and you also get a feat. Keep in mind that we haven't seen all of the races that will be available as of yet, so there could be some other great racial choices, maybe the Azamar, I don't know. And also, you don't have to choose one of the races that I just mentioned, especially with a class such as the Cleric. Now let's go over some of the Cleric's general class features such as hit points and proficiencies, and then we'll get into spellcasting and your choice of a subclass. As a Cleric, you'll have a hit dice of 1d8. This means that you'll start the game with a max of 8 HP, and when you level up, you'll roll one 8-sided die and add the results to your current HP. Or if you use the fixed rate HP system, you'll add 5 HP per level. Don't forget that your Constitution modifier will be added to your base HP upon leveling. You will have proficiency in light and medium armor and shields. For weapons, you'll be proficient in simple weapons, which are weapons that can be commonly found in the hands of commoners, such as daggers and maces. To gain proficiency in other weapons or in heavy armor, you can look into certain feats and racial choices, and actually for the Cleric, 4 out of the 8 likely subclass choices will grant you heavy armor proficiency. For saving throws, you'll be proficient in Wisdom, which can help with resisting being charmed or frightened and other effects that assault your willpower. And you'll also be proficient in Charisma saving throws, which can help you from effects that would subsume your personality or hurl you to a different plane of existence. For skills, you'll choose 2 from History, Insight, Medicine, Persuasion, and Religion. Some of the Cleric subclass choices will expand that list of skills. Alright, let's take a look at the class chart. It's highly likely that max level in Baldur's Gate 3 will be around the level 10 range, so I'm going to stick to levels 1 to 10 for this video. At class level 1, you gain Spellcasting. If we take a look at the right side of the chart, you'll notice a cantrips known column. Cantrips are spells that you will learn that you can cast at will. They do not require the use of a spell slot. At class level 1, you will know 3 cantrips, and at level 10, you will know 5. To the right of the cantrips known column is the spell slots per spell level chart. Your spell slots are basically like your mana in a way, your resource pool for casting spells. To cast a spell, you must have a spell slot of an equal or higher level available in comparison to the actual spell's level. At level 1, you'll have 2 level 1 spell slots, and at level 10, you will have 4 level 1 spell slots, 3 level 2, 3 level 3, 3 level 4, and 2 level 5 spell slots available for use. Clerics use prepared spells, which means that after each long rest in the game, you will choose a limited list of spells that you wish to use for that day. The amount of spells that you can prepare each day is equal to your Wisdom modifier plus your Cleric's level. The Cleric has quite a large list of spells that you can choose from to prepare spells each day. Let's go over a few of them and then we'll get into your choice of a Divine Domain. Clerics have all you could need for support healing type spells. One great example is Mass Cure Wounds, which is where a wave of healing energy washes out from a point of your choice, healing up to 6 creatures. This is a level 5 spell. Healing Word is a level 1 spell that acts as a bonus action and will heal 1 creature of your choice. Death Ward is a level 4 spell that touches a creature and grants it a measure of protection from death. If a creature drops to 0 HP as a result of taking damage, they will now instead drop to 1 HP, effectively saving their life, for the moment. Bless is a level 1 spell that lets you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice, giving them a bonus D4 to add to an attack roll or saving throw. Banishment is a level 4 spell that will send a creature to another plane of existence. Spirit Guardians is a level 3 spell that lets you call forth spirits to protect you, and when an enemy enters the area of the spirits, they will be slowed and take some radiant or necrotic damage depending on if you're a good or evil cleric. The last spell I'll talk about is a cantrip, and it's called Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame will make a flame-like radiance descend on a creature dealing radiant damage. So those were only a few of the spells, and we'll see how many cleric spells Larian actually implements into the game when it releases. So back to the class chart, at level 1 we also get to choose a divine domain, which is your choice of a subclass. Larian did mention that they were intending to put all classes and subclasses in the player's handbook into the game, so let's go over them all. Your choice of divine domain will not only give you subclass specific features at class levels 2, 6, and 8, but you'll also be given a subclass specific list of spells that will be prepared at all times. These spells do not count against your total number of prepared spells that you can have each day. This domain-specific spell list can really greatly separate one cleric from another. If you notice on the character creation screen here, you'll also have a choice of a deity. The deity you choose will coincide with your divine domain subclass, and it may have effects on some role-playing aspects of the game, and possibly a really cool powerful feature that I'll talk about near the end of the video. Here's the 8 divine domains that will likely be in the game. There may be more depending on if Larian Studios includes subclasses from other D&D books. Knowledge domain clerics value learning and understanding above all, and they worship the gods of knowledge. They are good at gaining knowledge on many things through investigation, history, and they can even speak with the dead. Life domain clerics focus on the energy that sustains all life, and they worship the gods of life. This is a classic and very powerful subclass choice, for it really focuses in on your healing and support, the stuff that clerics are really well known for, and for good reason. Light domain clerics are infused with radiance and like to burn away the darkness. These clerics worship the gods of light. This subclass makes you a powerful fire-based cleric, not afraid to deal damage. Nature domain clerics embody the gods of creation and the natural world. This subclass choice aligns you in many ways with the druid class, giving you some druid spells and more nature-based subclass features. Tempest domain clerics serve the gods of the sky. Thunder, lightning, and other elements empower your cleric. You will get some really good damage-based elemental spells with this subclass choice, and you can really make a scene on the battlefield. Trickery domain clerics are mischief makers and instigators who serve the gods of trickery. You are a disruptive force in the world, puncturing pride, mocking tyrants, stealing from the rich, and disregarding tradition. You gain some cool trickery type spells such as polymorph. War domain clerics worship the gods of war. These clerics excel in battle, inspiring others to fight the good fight while also dealing their own extreme acts of violence. This subclass gives you proficiency in heavy armor and martial weapons. If you want to be a melee-based cleric combatant, the war domain is for you. These subclass choices really show how versatile a cleric can be while still maintaining the core essence of the class. Look for spells and features of these subclasses that will complement the type of cleric that you want to be. And remember that the spells that you gain with your subclass choice are prepared at all times. They are always available. Granted, you have a spell slot open for their use. The other spells that you have to choose and prepare each day, you can use to really diversify yourself to help on that given day. Onto class level 2, you gain a very important feature called Channel Divinity. Channel Divinity gives you the ability to channel divine energy directly from your deity, using that energy to fuel magical effects. You will start with 2 such effects: Turn Undead and the effect determined by your domain. When you use your Channel Divinity, you choose which effect to create, and then you must finish a short or long rest to be able to use your Channel Divinity once again. At Cleric level 6, you will now be able to use Channel Divinity twice between rests. Your first option, Turn Undead, acts as an action where you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censoring the undead. What this will do is make each undead creature that you can see run away from you and not be able to attack unless they succeed on a wisdom saving throw. This could be really cool to see in Baldur's Gate 3, especially if your party is getting overrun by undead creatures. The undead that fail their saving throw will not be able to come within 30 feet of you as long as you're presenting your holy symbol. The other Channel Divinity effect comes from your choice of your divine domain. For example, if you choose the Life domain, you can use your Channel Divinity to heal. As a Nature domain cleric, your Channel Divinity can be used to charm animals and plants, while as a War domain cleric, your Channel Divinity can be used to give you a +10 to your attack roll. Channel Divinity is very powerful for clerics, and I can't wait to see it implemented. At class level 4, you gain an ability score improvement, which is a +2 to an ability score of your choice or a +1 to 2 different abilities. You can also forego this option and instead take a feat if you so choose. At class level 5, you gain a feature called Destroy Undead. Destroy Undead works alongside your channel divinity, Turn Undead, which we just talked about. When you use Turn Undead now, if an undead creature fails their saving throw, they will be instantly destroyed if they have a challenge rating of half or lower. When you reach class level 8, this increases to a 1 challenge rating or lower, and if we get to go to class level 11, it will be a challenge rating of 2 or lower. I can see it now, a horde of undead running at your party, most of your friends thinking that this is the end, and then you pull out your holy symbol and they are all instantly destroyed. At class level 8, you once again gain an ability score improvement or your choice of a feat, and at class level 10 you gain a really interesting powerful feature called Divine Intervention. Divine Intervention lets you call on your deity to intervene on your behalf when your need is great. This will cost an action, and you typically have to succeed on a die roll to see if your deity will intervene or not. If the deity comes to your aid, this is where it gets really interesting in what the deity is able to do for you. In D&D, this comes down to the dungeon master and what they will allow, for if they allowed any and everything, it could potentially ruin the entire campaign right then and there. In Baldur's Gate 3, I'm thinking that our Divine Intervention might give us access to a small limited list of spells that are of a higher level than what we're able to learn in the game. Maybe we can use the 7th level spell, Resurrection, and bring back a dead party member. It'll be very interesting to see how Larian Studios handles this. Divine Intervention has a 7-day cooldown in D&D, but we have no idea what it will be like in Baldur's Gate 3. The Cleric class is a great and powerful class that really embodies that deity-follower relationship. I'm looking forward to having a Cleric keep my party alive as I continue to make stupid choices with my other party members. Whew! I can't even explain to you guys how many takes I've had to do today. My mouth just isn't working right. I'm looking stupid on the camera. This is a bad video so far. Hopefully you guys aren't seeing it in the main video because this is at the end of the video. But thanks so much for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's a huge help to my videos. I do all sorts of content on this channel, ranging from comedy videos to live streams to game reviews to game tutorials and much more. I'd love to see some of you guys on a future video. Much more Baldur's Gate 3 content on the way. Until next time.